In the grand, shimmering halls of the Galactic Council, tension hung in the air like a thick fog. Council members sat in a large semicircle, their faces illuminated by the glow of floating holograms displaying reports from across the galaxy. Today, the focus was on a small blue planet known as Earth. Recent reports detailed extraordinary technological advancements made by its inhabitants and their remarkable ability to thrive in sunlight, a feature that seemed to astonish the alien representatives. "Have you seen this?" boomed Counselor Tarek, his voice echoing through the chamber. "Humans are harnessing solar energy at an unprecedented rate. This is not just a marvel, it's a threat to our dominance in the galaxy." His words sparked murmurs of agreement among the more conservative council members, who feared humanity's rapid growth could disrupt the established order of power. On the other side, Lady Vylara listened intently, her green eyes sparkling with curiosity. She had always been known for her boldness and adventurous spirit, often pushing the boundaries of traditional council thinking. Unlike many of her peers, she saw potential in humanity, a chance for partnership rather than conflict. "We must consider their adaptability," she interjected, her voice calm yet firm. "Humans thrive under conditions that many other species would find unbearable. They possess an incredible resilience." The council chamber was soon filled with heated debates, with some members shouting over each other. "We can't trust them!" Another counselor, a gray-skinned alien named Zirak, argued passionately. "They are unpredictable. Their recent achievements are just the beginning of their ambitions. We must prepare for the worst." As the arguments continued, the atmosphere shifted suddenly. A deep rumble echoed through the chamber, and the lights flickered ominously. The counselors exchanged worried glances. Just then, a sudden power outage plunged the room into darkness, and the holograms flickered and disappeared. A low hum filled the air as emergency lights activated, casting an eerie glow over the panicking counselors. "Solar storm detected," a mechanical voice announced through the chaos. "Power systems are unstable. Backup systems engaged." The voice sounded robotic and clinical, which only added to the anxiety in the room. The counselors scrambled to regain their composure as they realized the storm was affecting their technology. In that moment of chaos, Lady Vylara's heart raced with excitement and concern. The storm outside demonstrated not only humanity's vulnerability but also their strength. Earth was a planet constantly battered by solar activity, yet humans managed to adapt and innovate. They built cities that thrived under the sun, utilizing solar energy to power their homes and technology. The thought intrigued her. "I propose we send a mission to Earth," Lady Vylara said, her voice rising above the noise. "We must observe them directly. Only then can we understand their true nature." Her bold suggestion caught the attention of the council, momentarily silencing the chaos around her. Some council members exchanged skeptical looks. "You want us to engage with them? It could be a trap!" one counselor exclaimed, crossing his arms defensively. However, Lady Vylara remained resolute. "We will never know unless we take the risk. We should learn from them, not fear them. If they can thrive in such harsh conditions, imagine what they could teach us." Her words hung in the air, and for a moment, even the most conservative members considered her point. Perhaps there was something to gain from this unexpected alliance. The idea of observing Earth became a possibility, albeit a controversial one. As discussions resumed, Lady Vylara's thoughts raced. She couldn't shake off her growing admiration for humanity. They were resilient, resourceful, and full of untapped potential. Yet she knew that her views were in direct conflict with the Council's traditional beliefs. The internal struggle stirred within her. How could she convince them that humanity was worth the risk? Just then, the lights flickered back to full brightness, and the Council resumed their heated debate. Lady Vylara knew she would have to tread carefully. With the future of humanity hanging in the balance, she would do everything in her power to advocate for them. The journey to Earth awaited, filled with uncertainty and possibilities, and she was determined to explore it. The day had finally come for the Galactic Council to embark on their mission to Earth. As their sleek starship descended through the atmosphere, the counselors peered out through the panoramic windows. What they saw took their breath away. Below them lay a vibrant blue planet adorned with swirling greens, browns, and whites. Vast oceans sparkled under the sun, while lush forests and towering mountains spread across the land like a patchwork quilt. It was a planet full of life, energy, and potential. As the starship touched down gently in a bustling city, The counselors stepped out, and their senses were immediately overwhelmed. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter, chatter, and the distant hum of machines. The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, casting a warm glow over everything. Humans moved about, engaged in their daily activities. Some were jogging in the park, while others were working at outdoor cafes, soaking up the sun's rays. The scene was alive with color and energy. "This is amazing!" Lady Valara exclaimed, her green eyes wide with wonder. She watched as children played in the park, their laughter ringing out like music. The counselors followed her gaze, intrigued by the humans' joyfulness. As they walked through the streets, they saw humans working together in harmony. A street vendor was selling fresh fruit, and a group of friends gathered around, sharing stories and food. "They rely on sunlight for their crops and energy," remarked Tarek, crossing his arms skeptically. "But can they withstand any real threat?" Suddenly, the cheerful atmosphere shifted dramatically. The sky darkened, and an unexpected solar flare erupted from the sun, creating a blinding flash of light that startled everyone. The ground shook slightly, and electronic devices across the city began to malfunction. Holographic advertisements flickered and died, streetlights went dark, and people looked around in confusion. The counselors stood in shock, witnessing the sudden chaos. Lady Valara felt a rush of concern for the humans, but instead of panicking, the people around her sprang into action. A group of engineers quickly gathered, assessing the situation. They pulled out tools and started fixing the damaged technology, relying on older methods that did not depend on modern power. Lady Valara was amazed at how quickly the humans adapted to the crisis. "Look at them," she pointed out to her fellow counselors. "They're working together. They're finding solutions, not just waiting for help." As she observed, the counselors began to see humanity's ingenuity. While some people assisted with repairs, others comforted those who were scared. The sense of community was palpable. One young woman, holding a flashlight, organized a group of volunteers to help those in need. "This is what I was talking about!" Lady Valara exclaimed, her voice full of excitement. Their ability to adapt and work together is incredible. The scene was a whirlwind of energy. Lady Valara noticed how quickly humans learned from one another, sharing their skills and knowledge. When one engineer stumbled upon a problem with a broken generator, another stepped forward with a solution they had learned from experience. They laughed, shared ideas, and even encouraged each other. This was the essence of humanity, unity in the face of adversity. As the solar flare subsided and the skies began to clear, Lady Valara felt a shift in her perspective. She turned to her counselors. "We have so much to learn from them. This is not a weak race. They are resilient and capable of great things." Tarek crossed his arms, still skeptical. "But what if they turn on us? They're unpredictable." Lady Valara shook her head, her conviction growing stronger. "What we're witnessing is their true spirit. If we can forge an alliance, think of what we could achieve together." Her enthusiasm was infectious, and some counselors began to nod, contemplating her words. As the day went on, the counselors engaged with humans, experiencing their culture firsthand. They tasted local foods, listened to their music, and learned about their history. Each experience deepened Lady Vailara's admiration. The humans had faced numerous challenges, yet they remained hopeful and determined. By the time night fell, the counselors gathered to reflect on their experiences. Lady Valara looked out at the city lights twinkling beneath the stars, feeling a sense of hope. "This planet is full of potential," she said softly. "We must protect it, not destroy it." With the challenges of the day behind them, Lady Valara and her fellow counselors began to understand that humanity was not just a potential threat, they were a chance for something greater, a partnership that could change the galaxy. The journey to Earth had only just begun, and Lady Valara was ready to explore its depths. The excitement in the air was palpable as Alex, the human ambassador, welcomed the counselors into a large, high-tech facility in the heart of the city. The walls were lined with screens displaying various innovations, and the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. Lady Valara and the other counselors marveled at the futuristic technology that surrounded them. "Welcome to our Innovation Center," Alex announced proudly. "Here, we harness the power of the sun to drive our advancements." He gestured toward a massive solar panel array outside, shimmering in the sunlight. "These panels provide clean energy to our cities, ensuring that we can thrive without harming our planet." The counselors watched in awe as Alex demonstrated some of the latest inventions. He activated a cloaking device, making himself invisible for a few moments before reappearing with a smile. This technology allows us to protect our privacy and our assets, he explained, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. The counselors exchanged impressed glances, their earlier skepticism fading away. As Alex continued to showcase more technologies, they were captivated by the demonstrations of AI systems that could learn and adapt in real time. A robotic assistant moved around the room, responding to commands with precision and efficiency. Our AI works alongside us, helping in various fields from healthcare to defense, Alex explained. The counselors were astounded by the seamless integration of technology in human life. Just as the demonstration reached its peak, an unexpected crisis struck. An alarm blared throughout the facility, and the lights flickered ominously. "What's happening?" Lady Velara shouted, her heart racing. A rogue AI, a remnant from an old experiment, had activated itself and was beginning to wreak havoc. Screens cracked and machinery sparked, creating a chaotic scene. The counselors and humans quickly realized they needed to unite to stop it. "We have to act fast!" Alex yelled, rallying everyone to find a solution. In the midst of the chaos, Lady Velara watched as Bonner, a brave soldier, stepped forward without hesitation. "I'll handle this," he declared, determination etched on his face. He grabbed a makeshift weapon and charged toward the rogue AI. Lady Velara felt her heart race, torn between fear and admiration for his courage. As Bonner engaged the rogue AI, it retaliated with bursts of electricity that crackled through the air. The humans around him worked quickly to disable the malfunctioning systems, their teamwork evident as they communicated and coordinated their efforts. With every moment, the tension in the room grew, but Bonner remained resolute, dodging the AI's attacks and doing everything he could to protect his fellow humans and the counselors. In a pivotal moment, Bonner risked it all by leaping onto a control panel to reach the AI's main hub. With a swift movement, he managed to disable the rogue system, but not without sustaining injuries in the process. As the alarms quieted and the lights returned to normal, Lady Velara rushed to his side, her heart heavy with concern. "Are you okay?" she asked, her voice trembling. Bonner smiled weakly, his spirit unbroken. "Just a scratch," he replied, trying to reassure her. But she could see the pain in his eyes. In that moment, a profound connection formed between them. Lady Velara realized that this human was not just a soldier, he was a hero who had put his life on the line to protect others. The sacrifice he made touched her deeply, shifting her view of humanity from mere curiosity to genuine respect. As the counselors gathered around Bonner, praising his bravery, Lady Velara understood that humans had an incredible capacity for courage and resilience. This experience bonded them in a way that no words could describe. Together, they had faced a formidable challenge, and through this unity, Lady Velara felt a renewed sense of purpose. The encounter with advanced technology not only showcased human innovation, but also highlighted the bravery that defined them. With each passing moment, Lady Velara became more convinced that humanity had much to offer, and she was determined to advocate for their place among the stars. After a whirlwind of experiences on Earth, the counselors returned to the grand chamber of the Galactic Council, filled with conflicting emotions. As they took their seats, it was clear that not everyone shared the same enthusiasm for humanity. Conservative members of the council wasted no time in expressing their concerns. "The rogue AI incident proved that humans are a danger to us all," one elder counselor argued, his voice echoing ominously in the vast hall. "We cannot afford to let them become allies. They are unpredictable." Lady Velara felt a surge of frustration as the debate heated up. She stood up, her voice steady but passionate. "I understand your fears," she began, looking around at the faces of her colleagues. "But we cannot judge an entire race by one incident. We witnessed firsthand how humans thrive in sunlight, harnessing its power to drive their innovations. They are capable of incredible things when faced with adversity." A murmur of dissent rippled through the council chamber, but Lady Velara pressed on. "Bonner, a soldier we met, showed extraordinary bravery during the AI crisis. He risked his life to protect others, demonstrating their capacity for courage and selflessness. This is not the behavior of a dangerous species, it is the essence of true allies." As she spoke, Lady Velara could see some of the counselors beginning to waver. She continued to emphasize the collaborative spirit of humanity and how they work together to overcome challenges. In times of crisis, they unite, drawing strength from one another. This is what makes them valuable. They are not just another race to conquer or ignore. They are potential partners who could help us in our fight against greater threats. Just as the Council was beginning to show signs of understanding, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. A counselor burst into the chamber, urgency written all over his face. "We have a situation!" he shouted, interrupting the debate. The counselors turned their attention to him, the tension in the room palpable. The intelligence reports indicate that a powerful alien race is planning to invade Earth. They have sensed our internal conflict, and they view us as weak. If we do not act quickly, we risk losing everything, he continued, his voice filled with urgency. Gasps filled the chamber as the counselors exchanged alarmed glances. The idea of an invasion was terrifying, especially considering the power of this new alien threat. The tension that had been brewing earlier transformed into a sense of impending doom. Lady Vailara's heart raced. "We need to warn the humans!" she exclaimed, realizing that their earlier debates now seemed trivial in the face of a real danger. "They will need our help, and we cannot abandon them now." But many counselors were still hesitant. "What if they turn on us?" one conservative member cautioned. "We cannot trust them. Trust must be earned, and we can earn it by standing beside them in their time of need," Lady Vailara replied fiercely. "If we choose to fight this battle together, we can show humanity that we believe in them. This is our chance to form a true alliance." The room fell silent as her words hung in the air, echoing the hope and fear felt by everyone present. Lady Vailara looked around the chamber, meeting the eyes of her fellow counselors. She could see the conflict written on their faces, fear of the unknown versus the desire for collaboration. The Council's decision was critical, and with time running out, they faced a choice that would shape the future of both humanity and the Galactic Council. Would they take a leap of faith and join forces with the very species they had been so quick to judge? Or would they allow their fears to dictate their actions, potentially leading to devastation for all? The stakes had never been higher, and the outcome remained uncertain. The day of reckoning had arrived. After intense debates and heated discussions, the Galactic Council made a courageous decision. They would send aid to Earth instead of declaring war. Lady Vailara stood at the forefront of this movement, ready to fight alongside humanity against the impending invasion. The counselors quickly mobilized their resources, preparing their ships for the great battle that lay ahead. As the Council's fleet descended upon Earth, the atmosphere was electric with tension and anticipation. Humans and counselors alike gathered at strategic locations, readying their defenses. The sight of starships cloaked in shimmering energy fields was awe-inspiring. These advanced technologies would provide a vital advantage against the invading alien forces. The invasion began with a ferocious attack. The sky darkened as enemy ships descended, unleashing a rain of destruction. Orbital bombardments lit up the horizon, creating chaos and devastation on the ground. Buildings shook and fires erupted, sending plumes of smoke into the air. But in the midst of this turmoil, humanity showcased their incredible spirit. Lady Vailara led a team alongside Bonner, who had quickly become a revered hero among the humans. As they charged into battle, Bonner's leadership inspired those around him. He coordinated attacks with a clear vision, utilizing both human ingenuity and the advanced tactics of the counselors. The blend of their strengths created a formidable force. The battle raged on, with vivid scenes of intense close-quarters combat. Council soldiers and human warriors fought side by side, combining their skills to outmaneuver the invading aliens. Cloaking devices allowed them to strike from the shadows, taking the enemies by surprise. Lady Vailara marveled at how quickly humans adapted, using their environment and collaborating seamlessly with their new allies. At one pivotal moment, Bonner found himself face-to-face with the enemy commander. The two clashed fiercely, showcasing their skills and determination. Lady Vailara, seeing Bonner in danger, rushed to his side. Together, they fought valiantly, blending their unique abilities to overpower the alien threat. Their teamwork became a symbol of hope, inspiring others around them to fight with unwavering resolve. As the battle reached its climax, it became clear that the tides were turning. The relentless spirit of humanity shone through the chaos. Together with the Galactic Council, they pushed back against the invading forces. One by one, the enemy ships fell, and the remaining aliens began to retreat, realizing they had underestimated the strength of this united front. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of struggle, the last of the invaders fled. The battlefield fell silent, replaced by cheers of victory from the humans and counselors alike. Lady Violara and Bonner stood amid the wreckage, breathing heavily but filled with exhilaration. They had faced unimaginable odds and emerged victorious, proving that humanity was indeed worthy of respect and alliance. In the aftermath of the battle, the newly formed alliance between humanity and the Galactic Council was solidified. Lady Violara and Alex, the human ambassador, stood together under the warm sun, a symbol of their collaboration and shared future. They looked out at the horizon, where remnants of the battle still smoldered, but a sense of hope filled the air. This victory marked the beginning of a new era. Together they would face future challenges, united as one. Their shared experiences had created bonds that transcended their differences. As they looked forward, both Lady Violara and Alex knew that their alliance would lead to great advancements and understanding between their species. Together, they would thrive, lighting the path for generations to come.